Good morning, my beautiful friends. Welcome to my channel. This is Lolo Moon, and I am here to give you your June 15th daily message. I hope everyone is doing well. Before we get started, as always, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you resonate with this reading. Also, if you are looking for a personal session, you can do so down below on my scheduler. And that's pretty much it. I hope everybody enjoyed their full moon energy. It was, I don't know, it was kind of interesting. I did feel like I was releasing quite a bit myself, but I mean, I felt very positive. Like I really did. I just felt so uplifted. I felt a sense of freedom. So I'm really interested to see how this plays out for the collective today. So let's see what the collective energy is for the 15th. Grief. All right. We got a little of that loss still maybe lingering around. Let's get you another one, babes. Deepening. So I feel like this is obviously with this energy, it's deepening. It's deepening your relationship with yourself. I feel like through this process of what you're releasing, what you've been shedding under this full moon, excuse me, acid reflux. Sorry. What you've been releasing under this full moon, you know, I feel like it's kind of like relief. Like you feel like you have what the imagery that I got was like air like flowing easily through your breathing passages, you know what I mean? Like it's like like the release that you have is like clearing up the space so that you can breathe better, you know, so that you can relax, you know, whatever you've been letting go of was clogging up your airways. That's crazy, huh? Like it was clogging up your airways, and it was just making it to where everything, you were constricted and you were anxious all the time. And I mean, it could have definitely triggered some inner child wounding, you know, where you, with this worth card underneath it, like you could have been releasing a situation with someone who, you know, you always felt like you had to prove your worth to, or like you had to be good enough for, or they triggered you into thinking that, you know, if only you did this, and like if you fixed yourself, or, you know, you worked harder on yourself, or you got skinnier, or you ate better, if you made more money, and so you were on this constant state of like anxiety, trying to be enough. Look at this bondage, like being bound with barbed wire even. Like it hurt. I was guided to use this deck, so it's like it hurt you so much, and I mean even could have like constricted your airways because you were in a constant state of anxiety with this person or this situation. And what's happening is you can like take big deep breaths now because you're liberated from a situation. You could have really been focusing on healing your inner child, you know, like really developing a sense of self-worth, you know, learning to love yourself. Oh my gosh, y'all. Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. It was like little you was trying so hard, you know, like just keeping the house clean and, you know, making good, like trying to make good money and, you know, paying the bills on time and keeping a fit figure, or trying to, and being really hard on yourself so you could be perfect for somebody, and this isn't all going to resonate with everyone, but like, you know, trying to make sure that everything that this person that you dealt with may have complained about, that you were always like 10 steps ahead of them so that, you know, they would be happy. And I feel like what's happened is that you realize that their happiness is not your responsibility, and that you don't have to be 10 steps ahead of somebody trying to make sure that they're happy. And I feel like you're also realizing that your happiness is not contingent on their happiness. And that's what you've found. That's what's happened. You've come back home. You've deepened the relationship with yourself. And I feel like you grieved. Yeah, you definitely grieved. But it says tears are what happen when the ice in the heart melts. And I feel like it turned you cold, you know, in this constant state of anxiety. You were in your head all the time. You weren't in your body, right? You were in your triggers, and you didn't have that deep connection with your emotional body. You know, listening to the sounds of your body, and the you know, what your body was trying to tell you about this situation with a person is what it looks like. And now I feel like you're really deepening this connection with yourself, and you've learned to listen to your body. You've learned to move with your body. You've learned to hear when your body is saying, this is not good. This is not healthy. Get away from it. Y'all, oh my gosh, the Temperance card. So the full moon was in Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. This is the Temperance card, Sagittarius and Jupiter. It was on the 14th. Number 14. Today is a new day. Today is a new day, and what I get from this energy is freedom. I'm looking at these wings, and I'm like, I feel like you've taken flight. You've really taken flight in your life, and you found a way out of, I'm just like, you found a way out of the, I don't know why the word's not coming to me, but it's like, I'm just hearing pressures, the pressures of a situation. Yeah, oh my gosh, you've liberated yourself. And it's really interesting because this has kind of been coming through a lot with my readings recently. And Seven of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck. This sense of liberation. And you know, I woke up this morning and I looked at the clock, or I looked at my phone, and I noticed today was the 15th. And the 15 is... 15 is the number of the Devil card. And that's what I thought. Like that was like my first thought upon waking up, was that, oh, like today's the number of the Devil card. And I feel like I'm seeing how that's playing out in this reading. It's like whatever had tied your wings down, whatever kept you in a state, and see, that's it. Like your passageway, that's, oh my gosh, y'all, it's like all, so I mean, you think about the Devil card, right? You think about like the bondage in that card, which can restrict your airways, right? Or I mean, you can just feel this intense anxiety, which makes it difficult to breathe because you're bound and tied up, right? And that's how I feel, whatever the situation that you were grieving or you were releasing. You may not even been feeling actual grief so much as you were releasing. And under this full moon, and it has not only set you free, but it has helped you really connect with like your innocence, your purity, your inner child. That's the Fool card. This is the card of the child, your inner child. And I mean, look at this with this King of Swords. Like this is a firm decision. This is like almost like you're saying, I'm the boss of my own mentality. And what's really interesting is I've never seen a King of Swords holding a power tool, but like I heard power move. Like it was a power move. And now it's like what you're creating for your future is something that really, oh my gosh, really makes you happy. Like, it just feels good. I mean, this old lady is just making jewelry. It looks like sitting on a bench. I mean, I feel like this looks like just joy. Like, I'm doing what I love to do. And if it makes you happy, it makes me happy too, because I've worked so hard on this, but I've worked so hard in the sense that I just enjoy doing what I'm doing. And it's like, this person looks lit up over this work, you know? And then also looks lit up over the fact that other people love this work. And so it could be like the work that you've done on yourself helps to light people up. Like, you could bring people joy. And you found joy, you know? It's like, I'm getting the sense that, like, now that you've set yourself free, it's like you could make friends with anyone. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify. I'm just getting the sense that, like, you're imagining, y'all, Temperance is on the bottom of the deck. That's wild. Like, you're imagining, like, a new future for yourself that is free from this constant need, this constant pressure to, like, to satisfy someone. I'm getting, like, people pleasing, honestly, to satisfy someone, or just feeling like you're under someone's thumb, like, you know, and you're just wide open, and you just have this new vision for yourself, you know, and you know that you have the power to make the cold, hard decisions, to, you know, to set yourself free, to make sure that your relationship with yourself comes first. I'm just getting a really incredible energy. I really am, from this whole thing. Okay. What is the Temperance card here for, please? This is so magical. Oh my gosh, y'all. The Tower card, number 16. The Tower card, it's like, I mean, it's a sudden revelation, sudden incident that happens. And it's like, I mean, think about it. If you were in a burning building and you were able to jump from the burning building and fly with that Temperance card, you know, to safety. And what a relief that would feel like. That's how it feels right now, to set yourself free from what you have been releasing, what you've been grieving, what you let go of under the full moon. It feels like safety. It feels like security. It's like, I freaking made it. But it's like, you have to make the decision to jump, right? The Fool card. You have to make the decision to, like, have enough faith and trust, like, as, like, you know, like, I'm getting this image of my children, you know, like, whenever they would first go down, like, a water slide, like a big water slide, you know, and just that sort of determination, like, I'm gonna do this. And then, of course, me as a mom, I was so scared to see them go down this big thing because they're so tiny, you know. And just that determination of just, like, knowing, like, I've got this. Don't even worry about me, Mom. I've got this, you know. It's like that. It's just complete and total faith that it's going to work out, you know, like a fearless child. Or when they jump in the pool for the first time and it scares the absolute... it scares you so bad, you know. It's like that. It's trusting yourself. It's trusting yourself to be able to get through something, to get to the other side, because you've deepened this relationship with yourself. You've healed, or you are healing the parts of yourself that, you know, instill you with incredible self-doubt and worrying, like, how what other people are going to think or how other people are affected. And not in a selfish way. No, and I don't mean that, but in a way where you value, you value yourself enough, and you value your experience enough to not suppress that for other people all the time, Wow. Okay. What's the Fool card about? I've talked enough today, huh? The Hierophant, the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Okay. All right, so this is actually kind of important, I think. Okay, so you also have the Knight of Pentacles on that split, and here's the Four of Wands, okay, on the bottom of the deck. I didn't know if you could see it. So, okay. I love this. So the Hierophant is faith, right? The Hierophant is having faith in yourself, having faith in your ability, having faith that things are going to work out. And I feel like you could have some long-term goals. Like the Queen of Pentacles for me, like, has her own money, she is independently wealthy. Like, she doesn't really even need the King. I mean, she really doesn't. And I feel like that could be your vision right now, is to have that, to not need somebody, so that way, like, you're not feeling like you have to appease people, And I feel like what's happening for you is two things. They're telling you to trust that you are capable of making the right decisions for yourself and leaping forward. And it could be in terms of making a business decision, right? Financial decision. Trust that you're capable of that. And also, I'm getting kind of watch your spending right now. Like, seriously, try to put some money back, because I feel like what's happening for you is that the trajectory that you are on, which could be new, but the trajectory that you are on, which could be like, a new job or just a vision for the future. Maybe you're wanting to buy a house, or, maybe you're really thinking in terms of long-term stability. This vision for the future is something that is very, very viable for you. And so they're kind of telling you, like, it's almost like you're almost there, Like this, it's like this butterfly is about, or this moth is about to take, yeah, it's a moth. It's, wow, y'all, it's the same moth on my wall. That is so amazing. Well, that means something. So this moth is about to take off, right? And it's almost like you're almost there, right? You're almost there. Oh yeah, the Judgment card's underneath that. You're almost there. You're almost to the jumping off point. The Fool card. So I feel like it's like they're saying, get ready for the jumping off point, because this decision that you make to leap is really going to change your life, and it's going to help you build in an incredible way. And they're telling you to just put back some money, because you're looking at long-term stability. I'm really kind of getting that it's like, look, you start with the Fool, you end with the Fool right here. And so that, for me, this is a whole cycle. Because the Fool is the first card in the Major Arcana. And the World card is the last card. But there's no World card here. So I feel like, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter if there's a World card here. But what I'm kind of seeing here is that this is the cycle. I feel like it's like your belief in yourself, your belief and your vision to achieve this Queen of Pentacles is possible. it's 100% possible to have this in your career, in your home life. I just am getting a sense of independence. But it's not completely independence, because it's like you have your spirit team, you know? And so they're saying, I mean, look at this structure. Do you see that it's in all three of these cards? What you are cultivating right now through this belief in yourself and these decisions that you're going to be making here in the near future is building a very firm foundation. And it goes from like an idea, right? Like you're believing it, you're thinking about it, to kind of putting things together, you know, reserving your energy, reserving, some of your time, putting back some money. You're almost to that jumping off point, right? Like you're almost to the point where, like, the jumping off point for me, I feel, is not the initial decisions that you make to build, but when you get there and you're like, this is my new life. And you're celebrating and you're like, this is so incredible. In this picture, it is a marriage. And now for some of you, that could be what this is about. Like you're building to reach a point of being married, and being the Queen of Pentacles is a wife, gender non-specific partner, right? And then I feel like what ends up happening after that, it's like you've arrived at your new life and now you get to start a new cycle. This is so incredible. Oh my gosh. Okay. Tell me about the King of Swords. I hope that this makes sense for y'all. Tell me about the King of Swords. Okay. The Page of Wands. I'm hearing inspiration, ideas. Get excited. Allow yourself to get excited. Then you have the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Allow yourself to get excited. And allow yourself, be brave. Be brave enough to make this incredible decision. Because I feel like you have the knowledge. You even have the know-how. You have the skills. You maybe have more skills between these two cards. You have more skills than you even know, okay? This is not a time to sleep on yourself. This is, like I said, this deepening relationship that you're having with yourself and your inner child is where you are developing, like, a sense of, really believing in your capabilities, really believing in what you have to offer and your skills. Like, you're not doubting yourself anymore. And I do feel like it's an incredible, like, revelation that's happening. Like, it's almost like you have been delivered, or you're slowly being delivered from, like, the mindset that I feel like was binding you and keeping you from really being able to step into, like, a dream that you have, whether it's a relationship, a marriage, creating things that you want to create, making decisions about, a home life, like buying a home. I feel like what's going on, it's so crazy. There's so many messages coming to me. It's hard to keep up. This is a very loaded message today. I'm just like, okay, guys, like, whoa. But I feel like however this unfolds for you, it does begin with this revelation and this, like, I am going to believe in myself regardless of what anybody else thinks. Like, I know that I've got this. And that's the Queen of Wands. Like, she does not doubt herself, gender non-specific. And so with the Queen of Wands is going to take this inspiration, take these ideas, right? And, like, the Knight of Wands kind of puts them into motion, like, or, begins the project. But the Queen of Wands is the one that really starts to set it in motion in terms of, like, you know, knowing that people are going to come. It's kind of like the whole, if you build it, they will come, field of dreams mentality. Like, that's how it is with the Queen of Wands. Like, she knows that people are going to come, right? Or whatever it is. Like, if this is in terms of like you creating something and wanting to sell it, that the clients are going to come. If this is about you putting money back to buy a house, the house is going to come. If this is about, you know, you wanting to get married someday, the person is going to come, right? And I feel like this is the King of Swords and the Page of Wands is like, this is taking the action, or this is making the decision to begin taking the actions, right? Because you have the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. And I mean, this is about like your wishes, right? What you're manifesting. And this was a good moon to manifest with too, because of the fact that it's in Sagittarius and Jupiter energy. And there were other aspects, but like what I'm seeing here is that, you know, it's not just about manifesting. It's about taking inspired action, and it's about knowing that it will come. That's how law of attraction works. You got to show the universe. I mean, you don't necessarily have to lift a finger, but I mean, it definitely helps to show the universe that like you really want something. But when you just believe it's going to come, like you just believe it, like, okay, universe, I built it. You know, I had the knowledge, I had the skill, I learned what I needed to learn, I took a leap of faith, I started to build this in my life. I took the time to create, I built something. And now it's about like knowing it's just going to come. These people are going to come, this person is going to come, this house is going to come. I don't have anything to worry about because it's just going to come, you know? Wow, guys. I'm feeling invigorated with this message today. Seven of Pentacles, please. Ace of Cups. And the Queen of Swords. Your vision that you have cultivated for yourself. You aligning with your personal truth. You aligning with what your inner child even wants. Or what your spirit wants, okay? And you doing that, and you trusting yourself, and you having faith in yourself, and you putting your skills into motion, and you building, and you're creating all of that. Look at that. It fills your freaking cup. And I feel like what happens for you is you're like, you look back and you go, dang, I am so freaking proud of myself. Oh my gosh, y'all. I love it. Woo! This is so good. I love it. Okay. Let's get a closing message for you. Closing message for my collective, please. My YouTubers. Y'all, oh my God. You have miracles and fulfillment on the bottom of the deck. Look at the rainbow. It's a double rainbow. And see, you're fulfilled. You're fulfilled. This is so magical, y'all. Patience was underneath that. You know, and I do feel like it's a process. Sometimes it's not an overnight thing. And that's why that Four of Pentacles is there. Because it's like, reserve your energy, reserve your time. Make sure you're prioritizing yourself. Make sure you're listening to your body. You're not constantly in a state of anxiety trying to create this, because then it's almost like you're taking steps back from what you've released yourself from, which it's okay if you take steps back, you know, but you know, it's about like catching yourself and taking those steps forward again, you know. Grace, grace, grace. I can't say it enough to my collective, to my people, like my followers, my subscribers, my clients. Grace, grace, grace. Have grace. Compassion. You're nobody's perfect. No, and I'm definitely not expecting you to be. Progress, not perfection. So, oh my gosh. So I looked under the Queen of Swords, and you have the Lovers card. The choices that you make for yourself to like truly trust and be in alignment with yourself will deliver you. It delivers you from the old way. And the old way was you sitting around stressing about it. Am I enough? Can I really do this? When will it come? Do I really deserve this? And it's just, it turns your mind into spaghetti. I love it. Okay, that's what I have for you, my friends, today. Believe in miracles. Have a wonderful day. Bye.